me and my brother just recently got back from a 2-week hiatus in Asia. We're gonna talk about cafes.
The best part of Korea, to be honest.
I agree. Okay, so
The best part.
I don't know about you. There was a couple times where I would hit 4 or 5 cafes in one day.
Yeah.
Cafe culture in Korea is absolutely insane. Okay, where you want to start? You want to go? Want to go through our list?
Was your first day of cafes Iksedong?
No, my first day of cafe. So I landed in China. I went straight to Daegu.
Okay, you know what? Just start with your experience in Daegu and Busan, and then we'll meet up in Iksedong, and then we'll just talk about everything we had in Iksedong.
Okay. So yeah, my brother didn't go to Daegu or Busan.
Next time in like 6 months.
I will say I will say that the best coffee that I had, not pastries, but the best cafe with the best coffee that I had was in Busan. Okay, it was, I don't know, it's that coffee was just so memorable. It's called BC BL. I think it's called BCBL, Better Coffee, Better Life.
Okay.
I think that was the coffee, what it was called. It was nice, amazing, like, area, the way that they set up and everything, just beautiful. They specialized in just coffee and with a little bit of pastry and everything. So that may have been it. There was another coffee shop in there, which was number 2, and it was just around my Airbnb, and it was like really, really highly rated. And I forget what the second coffee shop I went to. It was like a roastery, so they specialize in coffee as well. But those were number 1 and 2. BCBL, that was my favorite coffee restaurant.
Drink more coffee, guys.
Yeah, those are my 2 favorite coffee shops. And then this is my other thing about coffee in Korea. I don't think coffee hits as hard in Korea as it does in the States and in Europe. I think that coffee in Europe hits harder. Like that caffeine hits so much harder. And also I think that depends on where you go in America. I think it's like 50-50. But like when I make coffee at home, that shit hit.
In Europe, you take a double shot of espresso. That stuff is lasting you all day. It feels like I am going all day. But then in Korea, you said you was drinking like 2 Americanos daily.
Yeah, man. Like usually I'm a one coffee a day type of guy. Yo, I was hitting like maybe like 3 or 4 cups some days.
I mean, it's so cheap. It's like $1 or $2.
Yeah,
You're just running through them. So
one things I really loved was that the convenience store coffee and mixing different things, drinks in there. Yo, that thing was a lot of fun, mixing flavors. Some things were kind of unique, some things were different, but yeah. So last thing about coffee, after going to so many different places, so many different restaurants, different cafes and their coffee shops, Mega Cup coffee is the best in my opinion. For chain wise, I think Mega Coffee is the best big chain coffee, and I think their coffee hits the hardest.
I agree. You guys know who Son is?
No.
He's like the most advertised guy in Korea. He's a soccer player. He is on the face of that coffee place. So if you see his face on a coffee place, go there. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Go there.
Yeah, that's my hot take. You could tell me if you agree or disagree, but in my opinion, I think Mega Cup, right?
Mega Cup
coffee was the best coffee I had in Seoul.
I agree.
In Seoul, okay?
I agree. I also want to say something. Did you go to a Starbucks at all?
I did go to Starbucks.
So did you know that the Starbucks in Korea are not owned by Starbucks?
Yes, it's actually owned by Emart.
It's owned by Emart.
Yeah,
I was like, dang, I didn't even try it. Dang.
Yeah. So apparently, Starbucks in Korea is not owned by actually Starbucks. It's owned by Emart, which is it's a subsidiary of some
Shinsegae,
or
something like that.
some-
I almost, you guys can fact check me on that. It's called Shinsei something. It's like a department store. I think it's.
Is it Shinsegae that owns it?
Yeah,
okay.
It competes with Lotte.
Okay. Yo, them Shinsegae malls be crazy.
Oh my god, dude!
But even though we said that the Starbucks is not owned by Starbucks, it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, I can see that.
Anyways, any take on coffee?
No, I agree with that. I actually want to pair into something. When you're online, people say like 2 of the biggest cafe cultures is in Japan and Korea. I went to a couple places in Japan. It was okay. Like you don't get the same experience. But I went to one place in Ginza called Glitch Coffee. I waited almost 45 minutes for this cup of coffee. I said CPB earlier, cost per bite. Now I'm going to say cost per minute. And I just want to say that joint was not worth it. Respectfully, if you go to Glitch and you liked it, hats off to you. I didn't like it. I thought it was okay. I think Mega Cup coffee was even better than it. And I waited 45 minutes for this Glitch coffee, and it was about 4 to 6 ounces, $8. Not worth it. I just want to put it out there. And they were like well acclaimed, blah, 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 blah. They won a competition, best pour over in Japan. Like, I'm sorry, I don't like it. But I just want to put that out there. And then when it came to Korea, I agree with everything he said. You were just crushing things. I got the ashachu, which is like you said, you mix stuff together.
Yeah.
And in Korea, the convenience stores, they have a 1+1 deal, guys. When you go, look for those 1+1 deals. And when we were in Korea, they had a 1+1 deal. So you buy something, you get another one free for peach teas, 0 sugar peach teas. So I'd buy 2 and I get some Americanos and mix those in. I had like 8 of those.
Yeah.
And it was probably dumb cheap. So that's another hack. Look for the 1+1 deals.
I heard a hack that basically when you go there, there's a lot of like 1+1 deals or 2+1 deals.
Yep.
You got to take advantage of that when you go to these convenience stores. But apparently, if you get the app for that specific grocery store, you can sometimes like you don't want all 3 or you don't want both of them. Apparently, there's just something you could do on the app where you can get the deal, but you only like take one and you can come back for the second one or the third one another time.
Bro, oh my God.
Apparently, that's a hack.
Dang it.
Yeah, so if y'all out there in Korea, let me know if that is valid or not. But that's just what I heard.
Hey, did you notice that when we were there, they had 2+1 deals on those hangover pills?
Yes.
We did not take full advantage of those.
Yeah. I will say I love convenience store culture there. You literally have a convenience store on every single block. Every single other block, someone would be across from each other. Crazy. My favorite one is GS25. I love GS25.
Yeah. I will say this. Also, the convenience store culture in Japan is crazy. Convenience stores in Japan are slightly better than Korea. Like, yeah.
Why? Why are they better?
One, they just have everything in there. And then just the onigiris in the 7-Elevens in Japan are fire. And yeah, they're just fire. I had so many. Like when you're drunk and you just come back, you just grab a little onigiri and you're just eating it on the way home. The convenience store coffee in Korea is probably better, but the convenience stores in Japan are just they're elite. Korea's pretty close behind it though, I would say. So, but yeah, they're both way better than America. I'm sorry.
Okay.